Okay, we're moving along and we're going to make a website using Flash. We're going to follow along with Rich Shoup in the lynda.com videos. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an ActionScript 2 file here, a Flash file. This is going to be the size of my website, so I'm going to need to set the size. So I'm going to click on the background window, go to size, and I'm going to pick, let's say 800 by 600 or 900 by 600 for my website. So I'll just say 900 by, I'll say, how about 650? That sounds good. And click OK. And that's going to be my site. I'm going to close this for right now and close this and go here and fit in window. Okay, so that's that. Now for this assignment, the first thing we want to do is we want to make an oscillating radial gradient or linear gradient that goes back and forth from one color to the next. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, we click on the rectangle tool. Okay, and we need to set a color here. So I'm going to set a color here, no stroke. And actually I'm going to need my color box here because this is going to be a linear gradient. So linear, it's color box, and now it's going from black to white. So what I could do is have it go from black to another color. So I click on this color chip here and pick a color. So let's say reddish orange, go down to like a reddish orange, brownish. So now it's going from black to brown, and then I'm just going to draw my rectangle. Okay, and there it is. Now what I want to do is I want it to go up and down, so I'll click and drag with my paint bucket, and now it goes from black to orange. Now this doesn't fit the space, as you can see, right? This doesn't quite fit the space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it and then go down to my property window here. Whoop, pop it open. And I'm going to put in the width and height of my movie. So that's 900 by, what did I say, 650? And hit enter. And then I'm going to reposition it on the stage. 0x and 0y is the upper left corner. So I'll change x 0, enter, and y 0, and enter. And now it is centered, and there's no white bleeding out on the side, and I've got it perfectly in place. Okay, now this whole thing needs to be in a movie clip. So right now, right off the bat, I'm going to select it, modify, convert to symbol, movie clip. I'm going to call it MC for movie clip underscore gradient BG for gradient background. And I'm going to make the registration point here, the upper left-hand corner, and click OK. And so now it is it's a gradient. Now I'm going to work on this thing, so I need to now, as I select it, you see, I click on it once, and it says movie clip, right? Instance of MC gradient BG. So what I want to do is to work on this movie clip, I want to double-click on it, and now I'm inside the movie clip, not in scene 1. I'm inside the movie clip, and now I can do some shape tweening on this shape, because it's not a movie clip. When I double click inside of it, I'm inside, and now I'm dealing with a shape and a new timeline. So I'll go out here to frame, let's say 25, and I'll put a keyframe. So I'll right click on 25, insert keyframe. And now what I want to do is I want to flip this. I want to flip the color. So I can just get my paint bucket and just color it the other way. All right? So now it's the opposite, and now I can put a shape tween. So which keyframe gets the shape tween? It's the first one. If you click on the first one, you go down the property windows, tween, shape. And now you'll see that there's an animation of it changing from one to the next. All right, and not sure if I like that. Let's see if Control Enter. You can see it. Oh, that's not that nice. Yeah, I don't like that. Oof, yucky. Okay, so what I want to do is, let's see if we can get that to. I don't like the way it switches over. That's no good. So right here, I'm going to go here to color, and I'm just going to switch these instead. Okay, so on frame 1, it's like this. On frame 2, color, and should be the same thing going straight down. Right? We want it to be different. There we go. It should look like that. Should look like that. Beautiful. Okay. So when you do it, switch your tabs here. Select it with your move tool and switch your tabs in your color window here. And you should get a nice gradient flow like this. Okay? And now what I want it to do is, if I play this movie, you'll see that it works, and then it kind of like jumps back to the beginning, so that's no good. So what I want to do is, I want to take this keyframe and copy it, right-click, copy frames, and then we went 1 to 25, I'll go out to 50, and right-click and paste the frame. Okay. Now this frame is green now. It doesn't need to be. Tween shape doesn't need to be on the last keyframe. So I'll go back to none. It's this keyframe that needs to have the shape tween. So now I should have an arrow going from this one to here, and then I've got a shape tween on this keyframe, so it makes an arrow go to this one. And so now I should have an animation that blends one way and then blends the other. Okay? And it's going to move too fast, so what I want to do is highlight in here and hit F5. That moves it out to, or I can click one frame and hit F5. I'll move it all the way out to 40. And then if that goes to 40, then this one should go to 80. So I'll click in here, hit F5, and now that goes to 80. Okay, so it goes like that. And very nice. So now if I hit play, hit enter on my keyboard, you'll see the gradient tweens one way, and then it tweens the other. All right? And that looks pretty good. And so I'm good. So I go back to scene 1, and it's all in a movie clip on layer 1 in my movie. And now if I hit control play, well, there's only one keyframe, so I can't even hit control play. The only way I can see this is if I hit control enter or control test movie and make a movie out of it, and then I can see the animation happen. Okay. Now this goes with assignment 11, which was how to do a shape tween. It's all put into a movie clip, and it's on layer